From New York City, it's the Wendy Williams Show. Now, here's Wendy.
Thank you for watching our show. Here they are, my co-hosts. My studio audience. How you doing? Ooh. I'm doing great. Let's get started. It's time for Hot Topics. It is a very, very sad time for me right now. I need to share something with you. I'm very emotional. Just ride with me on my emotions, okay? Judge Judy is coming to an end. You've seen the story. I tried to do it yesterday. We always run out of time during Hot Topics. After 25 seasons, do you realize that's most of half of our lives? Do you understand this woman has raised us to understand I'm not here for my beauty, I'm here for my smarts. Beauty fades. Smarts for forever. And I don't know about you, I watch Judge Judy at least once a day. Sometimes it's between the reruns of the Wendy show here in New York. Judy, I watch me before I watch you, but look. When we go into commercial at 4 o'clock, I switch over to you, and then I come back to me. And then I switch over to Harvey, and then I come back to you, and then me. Or sometimes, you know, with the insomnia, sometimes, she comes on at 4 o'clock in the morning. Have you ever seen Judge Judy at 4? Yes, 4 o'clock in the morning. Then you could always check her out like 10 o'clock at night, only I'm watching the 10 o'clock news, but I go between, when they go into commercial, I switch to Judy. And she's been a guest on our show, and she whispered sweet nothings in my ear that I will never share with you. I will never share. I will never share. She's the coolest woman. Can we show my favorite shot of Judy?
Oh, the lingerie?
Excuse me. Do you understand? This woman is 77 years old. She's been married to Jerry since forever. He's also a judge. They've got children and grandchildren. She makes $50 million a year. But she's retiring, and you know what? At 77, my seat would have been very warm at that point. Like, I don't even know how you survived till 77, Jude. I guess you just, but you know when I knew you were really, really sassy, other than the bikini shot? When you started wearing the ponytails. And Judy. And when she came, she was sitting on the couch. Jerry was sitting right over there, you know, in the front row. And then he came afterwards and we took pictures with each other, and I was like fanning out because it's Judy. But Jerry and Judy were so gracious, and Jerry's like, I work out to you on the treadmill in the morning. So good morning, Jerry. Good morning, Judy. Here's the thing, everybody, though. She's been fighting with CBS. Now, see, I had no idea about this. At 77 years old, I'm not fighting with anyone. But no, I got it mapped out. Like I got a soft map in my head about where I want to be at 77. It's not going to be on TV. It's not going to be fighting with a network. It's not going to be wearing eyelashes, and definitely not leaving the house unless I want to. Anyway, Apparently what she was fighting with them about is that they own the show. They own all the rights. That's the good news for people like me, because I just like to turn on regular TV, and I know, like, CBS, you'd be a fool not to do reruns of Judge Judy. And she got $50 million a year, like clean cash. She doesn't own the show, but she owns more than anybody else in daytime. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't feel sorry, Argentina. But here's what her deal was. Her deal was, like, her recent deal was, she was doing Judge Judy, the $50 million, something like that. But they would also, you know, help her produce her own shows. And she has Hot Bench, which we like those judges.
Yep.
She's got Hot Bench. And then, although that's always in reruns. Has that show been canceled?
I don't think so.
It's always in
But it's on every day. But
the same episodes, though.
yeah. I don't know. I don't think it's been canceled.
Well, no, because you're busy scurrying.
Right, here in New York.
Comes on at 9 o'clock in the morning, yeah.
Right.
I watch Rosanna and Lori, you know, trying to learn about the news in my office. I'm going to Morel's office. He's got on Hot Bench. So we watch the Hot Bench. And she also was working on another drama called Her Honor. Now, this is the one, based on her life. And some other stuff. But CBS apparently was just not paying attention to the other thing, even though it's in her contract, they weren't honoring it. So now Judy wants to take over her whole thing. And her new show is gonna be called Judy Justice, which is probably gonna be Judge Judy, except she's finagling the words, probably for legal reasons. Judy, but it's gonna be on cable or Netflix. I don't know, unless somebody's over visiting, I don't know how to get there. So Judge Judy, I am mourning your loss. I will watch you in reruns. I treasure and I honor you and Jerry. And good luck. So Ray J and Princess Love, everyone. No. They've got a very special kind of marriage. They've got 2 children under 2. One is only 6 months.
Yeah, like 3 months.
3 months. Yeah. That's even worse.
Right.
Because they're fighting like this?
Right.
In front of all of us? Okay, they got like a 3-month-old and a almost 2-year-old. Together. They're trying to save their marriage and they're doing it in a public way. They split last year after Ray J left her pregnant in the car service, pregnant with a baby in her arms, and he decides to get out of the car in the middle of the street. Left her stranded, okay? And so she went back to the hotel. Now they're having a very private conversation for all of us to hear because this is, listen, no. Because Princess Love says this is the only way that he will speak to her in such an honest way is if they get on TV. Do you understand what this TV does to some people?
Of Downy Unstoppables in Wash Scent Boosters.
Yeah, they're still alive. No, this is our second run with these. Oh, yes. Real. Beautiful. Well, we have a flower refrigerator here. We're not that fancy, but we're fancy enough. We have a flower refrigerator where we put the flowers in the refrigerator, and then you open up that thing that looks like nose candy, but you pour it in the flour, and... Now, you're gonna stop laughing at me, sir. Because only this crowd understands what you're wearing. Did you get on the subway like that? Happy birthday. Thank you for celebrating with us. So, anyway, apparently these two can't talk in the regular house. They have to have a camera in front of them. So they want you to watch. Take a look.
You don't feel the need to have a serious conversation with me about what happened? You abandoned me.
I abandoned you?
You abandoned me. All you care about is yourself. But the rest of the stay, I don't respect you.
You're not listening to what I gotta say.
Talk.
I didn't block my 1-year-old baby.
I exposed you.
But you don't give a You keep talking in circles.
And let me talk.
I don't understand why you're crying.
I don't understand what's going on. 2 kids under 2 and you're fighting in front of everybody on Zeus. Well, another place I don't know how to go.
Right.
Unless somebody's over.
Right.
They know how to push my buttons and plug it all, you know, and then, you know. Clap if you're watching. Very nice, okay. This is a rough crowd. They like to see the demise of relationships. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? I thought you were more sophisticated than that Byron Allen. Byron Allen over there in the pink. Sometimes when I catch the insomnia, I wake up and his show is on with those comedians. Anyway, look, it's called The Conversation, Ray J and Princess Love. So I guess you'll be watching. Norman is already planning his snack.
Yes.
March 15th on the Zeus Network. They've got everybody. Black China, Tokyo Tony, Ray J, Princess Love, Jocelyn. Oh, wait, now hold on now. They've got some good programming.
Yeah.
I'm running out of fingers to count.
Good.
Wow, Zeus, I got to get my act together. Now look at here, Drake. I look at a fluke as being something that just happened. A fluke, because I said to some of the younger people around here, you know, I like to surround myself by people my own age, people older, but people younger. I like an array of people to be my constituency to ask particular questions. So I was asking the young ones around here, what do you think a fluke is? Because I know what I grew up on, a fluke band. And they said, oh, a bad thing. It's, you know, a bad thing. I said, is this already out here in the streets and I'm missing out on a movement? I don't know the word. They said, no, people don't say it, but that's what it means based on what Drake did. I said, well, to me, you know, from the middle school, not the old school, not yet. A fluke is a happenstance. It could be good or it could be bad. Like, oh my gosh, I was having the worst day ever. All of a sudden, by a fluke, the most delicious sandwich entered into office. And my day was great. You know, or I went out with this guy, I thought it was really gonna work out. But the fluke, he was terrible. You know, a fluke, just, you have to do context clues. Remember that? Context clues? Did you grow up on a context clue, Northman?
Yeah.
Yeah? Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Sound it out.
Right.
And then a context clue.
Comprehension and all that, right.
Mm-hmm. Of course, we're civilized. Drake fans are calling him garbage for calling his baby's mom a fluke. Okay, no. Drake has a new song that's called When to Say When. Okay, in there, one of the lines is, baby mama fluke, but I love her for who she is. So fans they dug all in his booty. Like, who are you calling your baby's mother? Like, babies are a gift from God. Like, who are you? But you know what? She was a fluke. That was a one-night stand. He rolled up in that. Probably wasn't wrapped up. I mean, and that's a fluke. So, Drake haters, don't hate on him. He's using the word correctly. This was not a relationship. Look at here, Black China. You hear exactly what I'm saying. Yes, over there at the end. Mm-hmm. Oh, look at here, Black China. Look. Look, she was a fluke. It might seem harsh and it might seem horrible, but they have a son. They have 2 a son who's 2 years old, and kids are not a mistake. You know, because if you ran up in her and didn't use a condom, or her booty was just so fat and you were so tossed that you couldn't control. And we're a loose crowd here. I'm very disappointed that we had to use the W's, but you see the rest, okay? You could see naive Drake seeing her after midnight when nothing good goes down. Suzanne, a good one and done.
That's it.
That's a fluke.
Yep.
Forgetting about the condoms.
Yep. And she was ripe.
And she was ripe.
Uh-huh.
That's all I'm saying. She looks a lot older here, though.
Yes.
She looks like a 45 or something.
Yes, definitely.
There.
Definitely.
But not in that booty picture.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, she just needs to stay backwards.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no. She's a neck down. Or as Brendan would say. No, because we learn from the best. Butterface. You know who our teacher is. Anyway, fans are defending Sophie and saying she's there to protect Adonis's identity. Now, I have got to say, she's been a really good baby's mom. She hasn't put the boy up on the gram or done anything like crazy with him. She stays really quiet, but you know what? That's because you know he is peeling. He is peeling to this fluke. Yeah, Corey's coming. I mean, he's here. He's here. You want your kids to be famous. Well, let me tell you something. This old Corey Feldman, he's been singing the same tune as long as I've known him. And when he comes out here, he's gonna teach you about you wanna be famous. And the stats are a lot bigger than, well, the rest of it's kitchen table talk, but the point I'm making is you listen to Corey, and because this is how you get done in this greasy showbiz business. This is a greasy ass business. Oops, I'm sorry. It is, but you, no, sorry. And entertainers, you know, you always get the raw contract in the beginning. I've been behind a mic for almost 35 years, and let me tell you, I've been done raw. You know, it's a thing, but you just want to hold on and survive until you can go back and get them, see? And then you survive, and then you're grown, and then you're like, But I'm gonna tell you something. Megan the trainer is another one going through it, see? She's 25 now, but she was only 20 when she signed her first, Megan. But you're here, sir, so you see what I have to deal with. Like, I'm out here, I'm sweating, I'm trying to remember stuff,
Yes.
I'm hosting, I'm producing, I'm trying to...
A lot to remember.
A lot to remember.
Yes, it is.
And it's all loud. I mean, you don't see it through the TV, but you know, you through the TV judge me because I say Megan the trainer. I meant Megan the Stallion. Okay. Anyway, she's battling her record label. Look, over the weekend, she claimed that she was asked to, she went to them to renegotiate her contract because from the bust out of Hot Girl Summer, and maybe that's the first song I knew of her doing. I didn't know anything before that, you know, but that was everybody's summer jam. Hell, I think it might be a winter jam. You know, but she's made quite the name for herself. But she signed one of those dumb contracts. She got a $10,000 signing bonus. No, not shush. That's nothing for what she's achieved for the record label, okay? And then the split, according to sources, first of all, the label said, no, we're not renegotiating anything with you. That's right. And they said, not only that, we're not even going to release your music. Nothing. So this girl is sitting here being an international superstar, you know, with that $10,000 signing bonus been gone. It was a 60-40 split. They get 60% of what she makes and she gets 40%. But her part of the 40%, she had to pay hair, makeup, wardrobe, plane tickets for everybody, the room service. Oh, you want to stay at the Ritz? You know, not at the Motel 6? Well, you know what? And you know, when you're a superstar and you're young, you kind of go along, even when you're old sometimes, if it's all new to you, you go along with that. And you don't realize until you get your first check from the label and it's only $5. And you're like, well, now hold on now. And then they pull up a spreadsheet that says, no, you had to pay for this, that new Dior dress you wanted, yeah, you paid for that, and this. All those car services, you were in LA for 5 days and used a car service, had it waiting for you 24 hours. You also had security, 3 of them staying at your house. You had to have a house big enough for them. You paid for the house, you paid for the security, you paid for the car service. This is so disgusting. Between this story I'm telling you right now and when Corey Feldman comes out here, you better rethink your plan about this business. I'm just saying. Like, it's disgusting. So oh, by the way, she is in school. She's studying health administration. Yeah, well, so she has something to fall back on. Doesn't make as much money, but at least that's a good pension and a steady little job. Not to say she's gonna be a health administrator. I mean, you know, but here's what she had to say. Take a look.
All I did was ask to renegotiate my contract. Then it became a big old thing. When I signed, I didn't really know what was in my contract. I was young, I think I was like 20. As soon as I said, I want to renegotiate my contract, everything went left. So now they telling the bitch that she can't drop no music. Wasn't trying to lead a label, wasn't trying to not give nobody money that they feel like they entitled to. I just want to renegotiate some. I just want to drop my music, man. Free me. Tell them. Somebody tell them. Free Megan Thee Stallion.
So, my thought about her making the statement and doing all this is that this is really brave, you know, and I do feel like she's gonna come out on top. But you gotta pay close attention to this story because she's not talking just flapping her jaws. This is real. Yesterday, she filed a lawsuit against her record label. The judge granted her request, allowing her music to drop on Friday. Now, from what I understand, it's not a full album, it's only a couple of songs. I hope the songs are as good as Hot Girl Summer, because now the pressure's on even more. Like, in order to show them, Megan, you gotta show them through your talent. And you know what? And get that degree and stay in school. I like her. In the meantime, everybody, look, I gotta skedaddle. Well, just from here. They're gonna pull out the couch and set it all up because Corey Feldman is here. So,